Sorry, technical difficulties. We're back. We hope you enjoyed that amazing segment by Sharon Jordan and Kristen. Thank you so much for all the gems. We can't wait to introduce our next speaker. I'm gonna give the official bio, and Ashley will tell you a little bit about Chrystina because she is the GOAT. Okay, Chrystina Train has more than 16 years of experience leading global marketing campaigns for brands like Disney Consumer Products, Verizon, Microsoft, General Motors. Throughout her career, she has worked with leading agencies such as Edelman for Xbox 360, Porter Novelli for McDonald's, Weber Shandwick for Samsung. She has taken her vast experience as an executive and at the agency and global brand level and parlayed that into running her own BUCKSHOT Marketing, a consultancy collective. BUCKSHOT partners with pioneering brands like The Honest Company, Community, VidCom, Style Hall, Rebel Girls, LL Cool J's Rock the Bells, and Kevin Hart's LOL Network, offering branding, marketing, communications, creative ad campaigns, partnerships, audience growth, event programming, content, and your whole life. BUCKSHOT also focuses on working with partners whose ethos align with their own, celebrating and uplifting Black voices, Black women, and Black culture. Past events have included Girls Build Summit, Teen Vogue Summit, Instagram's Share Black Stories, and Netflix's Strong Black Lead. I also want to say that Chrystina has always supported anything that we've done with the Be Rare Foundation, linking us to partners, giving us tips.
Anything. She's like, any way I can help, I'll help. And then she does.
And she's like the plug. So we're like, don't ask her for help unless you're ready.
Give me tickets to see. No, just kidding.
But if we did ask, we would be.
She'd probably figure out a way. She's one of those types of people.
Yeah.
I met Chrystina. She sat across the way when we worked at this company called Style Hall. Back in the day, like if you worked in digital and you worked at Style Hall, you're like a dinosaur in digital. We worked there quite a few years ago. I was in-house counsel, and Chrystina, she ran publicity. And I have to say that Chrystina is the type of person, and the reason I noticed her so much, it's because she knew what she needed to get the things that she had to do done, and she would let me know. Hey, I need that contract. This is what you need to draft. It was very clear and it was very concise, and I knew what I had to do so that she could get her job done. And the communication was always there. And that's how I remember Chrystina when we worked on those projects. And now we've worked on many other projects together. She's, been a wealth of knowledge to us in how we even have run this event. And I'm just super excited to keep bringing her back every single year, because every year forever. She keeps getting asked. Everyone keeps asking me, is Chrystina going to be speaking this year? So with that being said, we leave it to Chrystina to endow you with all of her.
Oh my, okay.
Her knowledge.
Yeah.
Please enjoy.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Am I on? Is it me? Okay, yeah, I guess that's my big face, so that's me. Well, first, I just want to thank the Be Rare Foundation and Rare Global and the whole team. I think this is my third year presenting, and I've found such an immense amount of value participating, and I hope that you all have found value too. So supportive of what the team is doing to actually uplift women and female entrepreneurs, something that's very, very dear to my heart. And I always say it's always a blessing when good work leads to good work. So thank you. So today's presentation is called The Power of No and the Power of No. And I really wanted to connect with you all today around this because my goal really is to sort of have you all leave here really standing in your value. And how I define value is something that makes you important, beneficial, and useful. And from a professional and personal perspective, if you know your own benefits, your own usefulness, and your own importance, then saying no to things because you know that just makes things a lot easier when doing business and setting up your brand. So the first point I want to touch on is just knowing your value on the next slide here and how to stand strong in it. So a lot of us are really good at what we do, but we don't actually know what we do. And one thing I've found on my career journey is to really stand for, as Ashley mentioned in the opener here, of what I need and what I do. My love language is clarity. So if someone says to me, Chrystina, what's your value at BUCKSHOT Marketing? I know to immediately say that we are experts at creative, at branding, and at marketing. But perhaps you're a content creator. What are you an expert at? What makes you beneficial? What makes you useful? And what makes you important? And how do you effectively communicate that? Or if you're an incredible accountant, what makes you useful, beneficial, and important? And I can go on down the list there. It's so important that we all understand how to express our value, because once we're able to do that, then no one else can tell you no, you're calling all the shots. For example, if I say, okay, yes, from a value perspective, I am an incredible brander, marketer, and creator. That's great. So that's my value. That's why I'm useful and that's why I'm important. But then the next step is, how do I express that? How do I tie that to something? So I'm an incredible brander, I'm a marketer, I'm a creator. That can help a brand go from early seed stage to full investment, or that can help a brand bring a new product to market. So for all the content creators on the phone or all the budding entrepreneurs, what is that next step as to how you express your value? Are you a beauty creator that creates incredible content that helps brands populate their feeds? Are you a fashion creator that creates beautiful content that helps brands sell out of product or brings more inclusivity when it comes to sizing? Are you a strong accountant that's never had an audit for one of your clients and you understand how to work with small businesses and independent contractors? Or maybe you're like Ashley, an incredible legal-minded person and an incredible lawyer that knows how to create ironclad deals. What is that value that you can connect to express why someone would find you important, beneficial, and a key to their success? And being able to really, really hone that and bring that and stand true in it is only going to help you grow from not only a business and professional perspective, but also a lot of that can be attributed to like your life and like your personal perspective. Why are you valuable in your friendships? How are you valuable in your friendships? Are you that person that is, I call you because I know you're always going to give me the honest truth and I need to hear that right now? Or maybe you're that friend that I call because I just need someone to tell me that I'm good at what I do or tell me what I want to hear. Also understanding how to attribute your value and your importance and how you're beneficial in your personal life is also very helpful. So also, it's really important on the next slide here to know the difference between your business and your brand. I was really inspired by what I heard previously from the I&H team, and I couldn't agree more. So your business is basically the fundamentals of what's making you money, what's driving you your revenue, and what you do. And then your brand is what you stand for. What is your purpose? What is your vision? What is your mission? And how does that apply to your value and where you are important and where you find benefits for others? Perfect example. I love this example. Patagonia, their business is selling coats. We know they're going to sell us a warm jacket. They're going to sell us some outdoor products. They're going to be overpriced, but for some reason, we want to purchase them. We want to purchase them and lean into their business because their brand is so strong. Their brand is sustainability and saving the rainforest and saving the world. Or for example, Fenty. That business is selling us fashion and beauty. We know that. We buy it, we love it, it's in Sephora, we all know. But the brand is uplifting and celebrating Black women on a premium content level, on a premium vibe level. Another great example is Nike. That business is selling sneakers, athleticism, athletes, right? Like that's the business, that's what makes money. But the brand is connecting to culture. Anything that's culture related, Nike is there. So from a BUCKSHOT marketing perspective, our business and what we sell is marketing, creative, and branding. But our brand is how do we take all of that currency on the brand and marketing side and apply it to lifestyle, apply it to culture, apply it to meaningful things for brands that maybe are having a hard time to touch into that space. So I would urge all of you too, to also really understand the difference between your business and the difference between your brand, because that's going to arm you and give you that confidence to apply your value and your importance to how you do business and how you set up your brand. So if you know that you're a content creator and your business is working with large CPG brands to create content, but your brand is about uplifting and celebrating certain types of women, then you'll be able to make really smart, strategic, and creative decisions about who you work with and how you work with them. And you'll be able to answer the question of why I'm working with them. And that will then allow you to say, I'm going to take all this knowledge, all my value, my successful business, and my brand, and be able to tell someone no. And I know I'm focusing a lot on no because I feel like we all say yes a lot. But when we have and step into our own power, it gives us the heart and to puff our chest out to say, actually, I'm not doing that because that is not in line with my brand. It's not in line with my value. It's not in line with what I see as being important. It's not in line with what I see as being beneficial. I shared this with Ashley and the team on Clubhouse recently, but from a brand perspective and from a value perspective, at BUCKSHOT Marketing, we don't participate in RFPs. If someone wants to work with us, we only work with them based on word of mouth. If they want us to create a presentation or a plan or give ideas before we're actually in business with them, we say no. We don't do business before we sign business because our value is our creativity. Our brand is culture. If you're a content creator and a brand approaches you and says, I want to work with you, but I need you to create some test shoots for me or some test video content, you have the power to say no because that brand is approaching you because they saw your Instagram feed or they saw your YouTube feed. They already know what value you bring. So to create content for them to test to see if it works, that's not really something that is of importance and is of beneficial to you. So I would just urge all of you to really understand your value, know how to express your value with confidence, and then apply that value to your business and your brand, and not be afraid to make decisions based on the no, but also the no. Okay, well, I think we're gonna take some questions now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, audience Q&A. Okay, so they're coming in on my phone, so great. Okay, am I able to read them out loud? Is that okay? I won't say the person's name, I'll just read them out loud so people can hear them. Okay, so I'm someone who is uncomfortable with saying no out of fear of burning bridges. Even if I know my worth, I still struggle. What's the best way to work on breaking that habit? Well, let me give you the realness. I completely understand that. And I still struggle with it. And I've been doing it for 17 years because you're like, oh, they're not going to like me. Oh, they're not going to. But for me, I always say, if I say no, it might hurt in that moment. But when I wake up in the morning, am I going to feel more relieved because I didn't sign myself up for something that I wasn't passionate about, that I didn't think I was going to deliver on because it didn't align with my brand? And at the end of the day, you have to say no for yourself, not for anyone else. And it's a muscle that you have to work on, and maybe start with the little no's and work up to the big ones. Maybe start in your personal life. That's a real easy way to say, no, I don't want to go to brunch. No, I'm not comfortable with that. And the more you do that, it's a muscle that you have to build. But I would be lying if I said that I didn't still struggle with it, for sure. Okay. What is the biggest piece of advice that you've learned from your career journey thus far? I have a good friend. I think some of you may know her. Her name is Sarissa Thrower. She works at Instagram. And one time I was like waffling on something and I didn't have I was being like, Ashley makes me sound like I'm just so confident, and I am at times, but I waffle at times. And one day Sarissa just turned to me and she was like, is you or ain't you? And literally just said it that way. And I was like, yeah, you need to be able to say you know what? I don't have imposter syndrome. I got here because I'm supposed to be here. And having someone just big me up and just really take me to task and be like, are you going to be out here and being that strong executive? Or are you going to be a wallflower and waffle between that? And once she really lit that fire under me, I've always had a really strong sense of confidence. I always say my love language is clarity. If you work with me, you will always be clear on expectations. And I think I get a lot of that from her. Okay. Are there any more questions? I think we said we were going to do 2, but if there's time, I'm happy to do more, or however the team wants to play it.
Great job.
Okay, we're not on yet. Are we on? I'm so confused with these mute things.
Okay.
Thank you, Chrystina. That was once again One of the best talks
Amazing.
ever. The chat room was going crazy, as we knew they would. Thank you so much. We hope you can stick around and hang out with us the rest of the day.
You guys are always doing such good work. Always so impressed by your ability to put these events together so like lovely, but then also show up looking the way that you guys look. So kudos.
Oh my God, a whole team.
I didn't do this. Well, I didn't do this myself.
No.
It looks, you guys, I mean, the event looks great. It's so well produced. And thank you for pushing forward through like a really hard year and having us all come together. I think we all still need these types of things. So thank you for having me.
Thanks, Chrystina.
Thank you so much.